Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Cleveland Guardians. We have an absolute treat on tap today as two of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when these two are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here, and on the mound in this one, Tanner Bybee. What do you have on him, Singy?
Well, Boog, maybe a little pedestrian there in terms of the ERA, but with those numbers, you expect to be in a ball game and have an opportunity to win, and really, that's all his teammates can ask for. So we'll see if he's able to be consistent in this one.
Mason Wynn, the next up for the Marlins. Singy, he's never finished the season with more stolen bases in his entire career. And a foul ball.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves jaws.
Runner takes off. There's a ball. Go to second.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
One down, base is empty. That one fouled off. Hit in the air, left field. Quan settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. 2 away.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
Mason Wynn, the next up for the Marlins. Fly to left his first time. Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Ground ball could be 2. Acuna has it for 1. Over to first, safe.
No, that looks routine, but it hasn't been so easy for this club defensively this year. And you got to make those routine plays behind a pitcher. It helps him to get more comfortable and move through this ball game.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And at the plate for Miami, Mason Wynn, 1 for 2. First offering, and it just misses.
You know, these Marlins definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them. It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right, but in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Acuna has it for 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
So 2 down. Mason Wynn, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 3. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
And another ball. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And that is the 3rd out of the inning. And 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. They trail it here.
Really nice 3-game home series sweep. They came out and, from the first game of this series, really had a determination to play fundamentally sound baseball. They came up with
from the hallowed grounds of Fenway Park, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins and the Boston Red Sox. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
so much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to roll. Our starter in this one, Brian Bayo. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
He's going.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. That one way outside, and the count is 1-1.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit.
Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone, because that's where you get hurt.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Now it's Alex Bregman. 1 out, base is empty. They'll with the shift on, hits right into it. Win. And they get Bregman for the out. Hey, by the way, Chris.
Yes, John.
Happy birthday.
Catcher.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. Bayo back to work. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Story sends it over to first. 1 up, 1 down. So a man at first. And now it's Mark Vientos. Right-handed reliever. On the ground, 2 ball. 1 at second. On to first, double play. And that's the inning. Offense held in check there. 3 innings complete. Red Sox 8 and the Marlins 1. 1 out, base is empty. And now for the Marlins, Mason Wynn. Line drive. And foul ball. Anything in particular stand out to you as far as moments at Fenway Park?
Wow, it's unfortunate because I remember as an Oakland A's player, we were up in the series against the Red Sox, 2-0. All we needed to do was close out a Saturday night ball game. We went extra innings. The Red Sox won that ball game. And then Sunday, they pushed the series by winning game 4.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw there. Safe. Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That's in for a strike. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Kind of a gamble right there. They're trying to stay out of the inning-ending double play possibility, but now 2 outs, and it gets a little tougher to drive in the run from third.
On the ground to short, win. Tosses to first. They limit the damage here. So 2 on with 2 away. Next to hit, Mason Wynn. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah.
Handles, throws to first. Out number 3. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Kelly back to work. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. This one in the air. Puts it away for the out.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the. Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the.
From beautiful Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Miami Marlins and the Boston Red Sox. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now. And today's starting pitcher, Lucas Giolito. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy, no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Mason Wynn, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Swing and a foul out of play. We talk so much about how guys prepare for a start. For Giolito, one of the things that's really cool, he actually uses scouting reports and then plays MLB The Show to execute how. On a second, they get one. On the first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Start of the 4th, and at the plate for Miami, Mason Wynn. Giolito back to work. Not close with that one, and that is ball 1.
These Marlins just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
Ripped to first. Caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
One down. Mason Wynn, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 2 in this one. Inside corner at the knees for a strike. Wynn, 22 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Chases in the dirt, slider there.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
And that's in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Grounds one to short. Jump throw. And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there. An infield single.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
Go ahead run on base. Now the third baseman, Connor Norby. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Runner takes off, fights that one away, still 1-2. Giolito moves to first. Wynn dives and can't get back in time. He's picked off.
Unless you're really thinking about stealing second base, you should not get picked off by a right-handed pitcher right there.
And now it's Alex Bregman.
Second baseman, Alex Bregman.
The pitch. On the ground to short, could be 2. Over to second for 1. And that's quick work out of the pen. 1 batter, 2 outs, inning over. So 2 down. Mason Wynn digs in now. 1 for 3. Gets the call. And that is strike 1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. In there at the knees. And it's 0-2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning.
Well, Boog, 4 games wasn't too long of a losing streak, but they're definitely happy to be back in the win column. Now you can turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.
3-2 the final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Live from historic Fenway Park here in Boston. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Miami Marlins and the Boston Red Sox. And this is the rubber match.
And these games can really shape your season, Boog. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
We'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So almost ready to get underway. And today's starting pitcher, Zach Penrod. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
That one the other way. And foul ball.
First pitch, 135.
Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2 down.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Penrod back to work. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0 win in his third season, 22 years old. And he was a second-round pick in 2020. And it's even up.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
That's to third. Devers throws on to first. One up, one down.
Up next for the Marlins, second baseman, Luis Angel.
And now it's Mark Vientos. Ground ball left side, could be two. There's one. Over to first, but it's offline. One down, runner at first. Here's Alex Bregman. Roll to short, could be two. The flip, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
And that is out of play. Man at second. Fouled off. He was late.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Kicks and fires. Rip to short. Slings to first in time. So the batting order turns over. And now Masataka Yoshida. Story on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. He's safe.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe it back against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Throws to first, and that's the third out. One left for the Red Sox. Still down 3-0. And up next for Miami, Mason Wynn. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Foul ball there. That one almost got him.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Aye.
One out, the runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7. Inside, almost got him. And ball
Take your base,
4,
ball
2
4.
aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting in.
First and second, 2 outs. Ramirez will hit next. He's already homered here in this one. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that'll do it. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Masataka Yoshida. Swing and a ball popped up. Win. Squeezes it. And there's one away. Well, 1-run game. Now it's the shortstop, Mason Wynn. And
Ball
that's
1.
off the inside edge. Ball 1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Next pitch
2 balls,
misses
no
way
strikes.
outside.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a
Inside
run.
ball.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 3. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one is back. And that one will bang off the wall near the pesky pole. Around second now as they still don't have it. And a great start to the inning. A leadoff triple puts the tying run at third.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Runner at third, nobody out. And now for the Marlins, Luis Angel Acuna. That one's in there. And the count 1-2.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and they've tied it in the top of the ninth.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
No outs. Runner at first. Rafael Devers up to hit. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. There's 1. And 2. What a play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And next for the Red Sox, Mark Vientos. Ground ball up the middle. Win. That's the third out, and we're headed to extras. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. This game remains tied at 6. So runner at second, 2 down. Mason Wynn, the next up for the Marlins.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. In plenty of time to first. That ends the frame. Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Miami Marlins. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll here. Our starting pitcher in this one, Max Meyer. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
Bottom of the first, and the batter now, Victor Scott. In there at the knees, and it's 0-1. And ball one. And a swing and a miss.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Runner at first with 2 away. And now it's Ivan Herrera. And that one lifted in the air center field. Scott makes the grab, and that is that. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's a speed threat. Victor Scott. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. First pitch misses.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
And that one fouled off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in. You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. And a base hit right there. Makes the turn and heads for second. The relay, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Really nice job, a 2-strike hitting in that at bat. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
The wind and the pitch. Bounced up the middle. Sends it to first. Third out. Nothing doing for the Marlins. So 2 away with nobody on. Here comes Wilson Contreras.
Wilson Contreras.
In the air, center field. Scott settles under this one. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Now it's going to be Johnny DeLuca. Hit in the air out to center field. Scott. And there's one down. Back to the top of the order. And at the plate for Miami, Victor Scott. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And first offering is fouled off.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
In the air out towards right center. It gets down, a base hit. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Jesus Sanchez. On the ground to third. To second for 1. And that's 2.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
A shutout in this one, 3-0. From inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, we've got open-air baseball for you on the show. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Miami Marlins. We have an absolute treat on tap today as 2 of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when these 2 are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
Pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go now. And pitching in this game, Braxton Garrett.
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low 3s. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
Fought off foul. Comes up empty.
0-2.
And down on strikes. And there's 1 down.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. And up next for Miami, Mason Wynn. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-0.
Oh, that one rides up and in.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And a strike. And misses inside. 1 out, base is empty. High fly ball out to center field. And makes the grab. And there's 2 away. First and second, no outs. And now for the Marlins, Mason Wynn. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, these Marlins finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Here's a 2-0. And another ball up over at second. Scott on at first with nobody out. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
They just keep handing out gifts, Boog. Were we supposed to bring something?
Singy, I think 2 on, 1 out. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. Lifted in the air, right center field. It falls in, and that's a knock. In comes the run from second. And it's an RBI single, and it's now 5-4.
Well, he gets it done.
And at the plate for Miami, Mason Wynn. Close, but called a ball. And it's 1-0.
No strike.
Late swing fouled off. This one in the dirt.
One ball.
To third. Tag. Got him. Out and And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton in the booth. And leading off the bottom of the sixth, Mason Wynn. That one finds the zone. Strike one. That one catches the corner for a strike.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. First and second, 1 out. Here's Nolan Arenado. Tying run at the plate. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Feed to second. That's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. So no runs on 2 hits. No errors. And 1 left on base. Midway in inning number 7. And it's time to stretch. It's the Marlins 8. 2 outs.
Now
Runner on first.
batting.
And here is
The
Mason Wynn. 0 for 3 in this one. The shortstop takes the ball. Huff, the runner at first with 2 gone. Slider right there.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Lined, and that's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Listen, when you're down by 5, you know you have an opportunity to get back in the ball game, but you're also going to have to keep that other team from increasing that lead to perhaps 10. They did just that. Both sides of the ball, excellent job.
Here in Miami, Lone Depot Park. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Miami Marlins. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least 1 in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. So 2 down, and up next for St. Louis, Nolan Gorman. The 0-1. Swing and a ball popped up. He's got it, and that is that. So no runs here on the base. And we're back. And on the hill in this one, Sandy Alcantara.
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime ERA just over 3. He's been pretty great for most of his big league career. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Man at first, nobody out. And up next for Miami, Mason Wynn. And that one fouled off. Scott gets his lead at first, nobody out. Swing and a foul out of play.
One ball, 2 strikes.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Outside with a breaking ball. Runner at first with no outs here. And a base hit right there. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. At the plate, Connor Norby. Runner on the go. And that one popped in the air, left field. Brings it in.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Yeah, the batter now, Jesus Sanchez. There goes the runner. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Arenado brings it in. That's out number 2. And now for the Marlins, Jonah Bride. The pitch. Runner takes off to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And at the plate for Miami, Mason Wynn. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That misses. Ball 1. On the ground right side, Gorman. And there's 2 down.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. To first, maybe a 2-ball. Right. Toss to second. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Marlins 1. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Down the number 2 hitter, Mason Wynn. 1 for 2. And that's outside. Acuna at third. Huff at first. 2 out of the inning. High fly ball right field. Walker gets under it. Drops into the glove. That is the inning. No outs. Runner at first. Now here is Johnny DeLuca. Roll to short, could be 2. There's 1, and that's all they'll get.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And now the DH, Mike Antico. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Strike in there. Throw. Save. Now batting Michael Ciani. Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Save.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's
2 outs, runner at first. And now it's Ivan Herrera. On the ground to the left. Win. On to first. That's out number 3. On to the bottom of the 8th. And now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. Little chopper rolls foul.
You know, these Marlins doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out one time. That's good discipline right there. And on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
That's a ball.
Got him. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count.